Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to be looking at who you should be choosing with your redstones. So there are 3 redstones for Golden Week that have been released, the Dragonstone 8s, and there's a bunch of new options that you can choose from as well now. So I'm going to just update my list from previously, and what we're going to do is start firstly with the Super EZAs. So these are units that are quite powerful now because Super EZAs have been coming out more recently, so these units are going to be really surefire picks that are going to be, if you don't have them, you should definitely pick them up. So starting with the first Z tier pick, we've got Majin Buu, Buhan, as the first Super EZA to pick up. I think I went right past him, or he is here somewhere. There he is. Fantastic pick for any Majin Buu team. Does a massive amount of damage, does like 20-25 mil, and he's got a chance to do like a secret attack as well. It further boosts that damage, and he gains extra attack and defense from orbs. So yeah, just a real not a sleeper one, but he just is a really good unit to choose. Huge amount of damage, and he's going to be fill out that Majin Buu Saga teams, Majin Power teams so fantastically. So yeah, great choice there. Pick him up if you don't have him. Next is going to be the Blue Kaioken EZA. So this one he's just come out, and he's a really great Super EZA. I'd say it's between him and Buu for the best Super EZAs at the moment. Yeah, whichever one, kind of whichever character you prefer at this point. I think Blue Kaioken might be ever so slightly better, but yeah, he is a great unit. Does unfortunately damage himself a little bit every time he supers, but really fantastic unit. Fits so nicely against with that new tech Goku that just released as well. The two of them paired up share 7 links, so yeah, good Super EZA as well. Definitely grab him if you don't have any copies of him. Next up we got Tech Beerus. He is, trying to quickly find these all. Tech Beerus is a really good option as well. He is just such a solid tank. See if we go into his details here, he's got about 60% damage reduction as long as your health is not too low. See here, when his HP is 60% or more, he's going to have a damage reduction of 30%, and that 30% or more, 30% as well. So he's sitting there with 60% damage reduction, and as long as you run him alongside a movie boss's Realm of Gods or Exploding Range category ally, he's going to also guard. So 60% damage reduction with guard, really solid unit there. Just make sure you run him with the correct categories there that we mentioned. Moving on to the S tier here, all of these units, by the way, these Super EZA units, all cost 1 stone, so that's really nice, and you've got 3 of them. So moving on to the S tier, we're going to look at Super Gogeta, who's Super EZA during the 10th anniversary. Very good Super EZA. He is a great unit for any fusion team, anything like that, Otherworld Warriors, and he just has some things in his kit where he's better versus superclass. He does certain things versus superclass enemies and certain things versus extreme class enemies. So there are some conditions with him to fulfill. That's why I have him in a little bit of a lower tier. He's not bad by any means, but I mean, you need to attack to get his damage reduction. You need to have an extreme class enemy to have guard. Otherwise, if a super class enemy, you have a great chance of guarding. But this is not a review on the unit. This is just saying this is be a great unit as well to pick up. So let's move on to Super Vegito over here. Another great one that also EZA during, I think it was the 10th anniversary recently, so really good Super EZA as well. Bit of a counter king here, so he's got his damage reduction rate of 40%, and then when he's receiving a normal, he also has another 40% damage reduction, and he counters, so he does a lot of counters. He can get caught out by supers, but if it's just normals that he's taking, he has a massive amount of damage reduction, and he'll be great, and he'll just counter, and yeah, quite fun to see that happen. Okay, and lastly in S tier, let's see, where is our full power Frieza here? I think he's right here at the top. There we go, full power Frieza. Also a fantastic unit and a really good Super EZA, especially for any of those Wicked Bloodlines teams, any of those Namek Saga teams as well. Not that Namek Saga is in a great place anyway. He's got just base of damage reduction rate of 50%, so that's really nice, and he hits very hard. You can see him do 18-20 million attacks, and he's just all around a really good unit to have. in your team there. So if you don't have them, pick them up. I'm not going to go through each and every of the bottom ones. They're not bad units by any means. If you don't have them, I would definitely recommend picking them up. They can all be useful on their own teams, and they can just help you win events and that. They're just a little bit not as good as the ones above them, in my opinion. And that's alright. So any of those 5 would be good picks as well if you don't have them. I would recommend probably getting all of these EZAs, super EZAs first before any of the next ones. But again, it's also preference, what units you think are cool. So let's move on from super EZAs. We'll go on to the other units that are available that I think are relevant and notable to actually pick up. Okay, so moving on to the EZA units you can pick up. These are unfortunately going to cost a little bit more. They're 3 stones each. I'll just confirm in a second that that's all of them, but I do believe it's all of these units on here are 3 stones each, and so they're going to be a little bit more expensive. You're only able to pick up 1 of them, but if you're missing any of these, they're all very solid picks and they're great. So let's start with the Int Gotenks. This is a really fantastic unit. He is very powerful, and he dodges a lot. There's a lot of dodge in his kit. His transformations are really fun to see him go through, and he gets stronger and stronger until he's hitting Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I think he has about a 70% chance to dodge. If I was actually in his EZA form, you can see that he would have a 70% chance to dodge, so he's going to be pretty much dodging absolutely everything. Great chance of evading enemies' attack. And he will be hitting for like 20 mil, over 20 mil. He is such a great unit, especially to run alongside that LR Tech Gotenks. It's a good one as well. So great, and he's good for any fusion team, any Majin Buu Saga team. Really great to have him there. So pick him up if you don't have him. Next we have the Tech Good Buu Evil Buu combo unit. Transforming Buu, basically. Here we go. Their EZA has been very powerful, really good for Majin Buu Saga, Martian Power. I feel like I've been saying that a lot. Martian Power, maybe there's a lot of them on here, but yeah, very good for those teams. And if you go, you can see here he actually has a huge amount of damage reduction, so just damage reduction rate 40%, and as long as you have more Martian Power category ally attacking in the same turn, which you probably are going to with these teams, he'll have an additional 30%, so 70% damage reduction on this guy, and he keeps that his whole way through all of his absorptions till Super Buu here. So he is just a really, really good unit to have, and he can front tank very well. Okay, next we have Tech Ultimate Gohan, who I just scrolled past. There he is, right here. So a very good unit as well. This one is going to be doing a lot of super attacks. You're going to want him to stack and stack and stack, because he stacks on his super attack. So he's always going to be greatly raising his attack and defense. So what you want to do with him is you want to let him attack as much as possible. And when you start seeing his defense get to a certain level, like a couple million, maybe like 1.5 to 1.8 million, he can get there quite quickly. You'll transform him into Ultimate Gohan, and then he'll start doing some big numbers, and he should be pretty much invincible at that point. So very good unit to get as well, and definitely recommend picking him up. Going down to S tier now, we are going to be looking at Kefla. Where is she? I think she's actually right at the top here. We're going to be looking at Kefla. Really nice unit. The only reason she's down a little level is her defensive capabilities are not really there. She pretty much needs to she pretty much dodge or die, and it's a 50% chance of dodging. So in higher difficulty content, yeah, she can die very easily. You need her to dodge, but I mean, her just an all-round great card. She's a lot of fun to see the transformations, and she hits very hard, especially on like Universe 6 teams, that sort of thing, fusion. Very good, but yeah, would be a little bit cautious about her survivability. She doesn't really, even in her later states, if we make sure we're on the EZA, you go to her final transformation here, you can see pretty much just 50% chance of evading attack, and then hope that the defense, getting extra defenses is going to help. If you get 6 or more key spheres though, you do have a 70% chance of dodge, but 6 key spheres is a lot, especially for a unit that is not an orb changer. Alright, moving on to, what is it? Fit Shape Up Buu. So yeah, quite an interesting little unit here. He's not going to be doing a massive amount of damage. He's quite a nice filler unit for like representatives of Universe 7 or Universe Survival Saga. But he can do that very well. He's got his base high chance of evading an enemy's attack, and as long as there's another representative of Universe 7 in the same turn, he's going to, it would be better to have 2, so maybe just exclusively a representative of the Universe 7 team. He's going to have about 70% chance to dodge, and he's going to have an extra attack and defense, so that's a very nice high chance to dodge. Plus, he is, every time he evades, he's going to get an infinite stacking attack, defense, and damage reduction up to 77%. So when I say infinite, I mean it's not only within that turn, it's going to be for the rest of the battle. So 77% then guaranteed chance to die. 77% damage reduction and attack and defense. Sure, he does need to do 11 dodges, but once you get there, he should be nigh untouchable, and then you've just got a nice floater unit for that. So he's a good EZA to pick up as well. Not hugely damaging, but good unit. Okay, next is going to be the combo Super Saiyan Trunks and Super Saiyan Goten Kid EZA. So this is very solid EZA as well. Can do a lot of damage, good on his team, and yeah, not super ton to say. He is an evade unit, so I mean that's about medium, so like a 30% chance to evade. So he's gonna need to dodge. He's not super tanky, but he does get more chances to dodge as he dodges. So you can see there up to 50% extra chance to dodge every time he dodges, and it's not within the same turn. So he should eventually be hitting, what's that, like 70%, yeah, because medium is 20%, so should be hitting 70-80% chance to dodge, and then he should be fine. And they do quite a lot of damage, and as long as they're attacking with the Kamehameha category character in the same turn, they're going to have crit chance gain and extra damage reduction. So solid unit to have. And then the last two units there, just quickly, only reason they're in the bottom is because Caulifla is the dodge queen. She's really not going to be putting up numbers or doing any damage. She is just there to dodge. She's got, if I can actually find her, I can tell you. She's got if there is a Universe Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans category enemy, just guaranteed dodge. So she will definitely dodge. And then she gets more chance to dodge if there's Universe 6 category allies. And yeah, so just a very good unit to throw on any of those teams if you need someone to dodge, or you can throw her on absolutely any team at all, and then as long as it is no dodge cancelling and it's either Pure Saiyan or Universal Survival Saga team, she will just be a unit that dodges for you and you don't have to even worry about her. So nice to fill out some teams. She can be very useful for that. So yeah, that's why she's on here, but really she's more of a nice to have than you really need this. And then lastly is Videl. Very good unit. I feel like she got just overshadowed a little bit, and I don't really see her too much anymore, but it was an okay EZA. She does a lot of damage, and it's just for those Peppy Gals teams, and that, which, I mean, it's not really being run that much anyway. But if you want to fill out your Peppy Gals team and you can run it on that, she's a very good lead for it. She does a lot of damage and a lot of super attacks, and she has it's a great chance of evading enemies' attack before attacking. Afterwards, not so much. Yeah. So that's going to be my recommendations on the units that you should pick up. If you don't have any of those units, go definitely grab them. If you already have all of those units, then really it's just going to be like personal preference pickups. A lot of the rest pretty much all the rest of these units, I don't want to say they aren't relevant, because at the end of the day, it's what do you feel, what do you want? Do you want a cool character? Do you vibe with the unit? That's who you must pick. You must pick who you want. Like maybe you don't have the Goten and Trunks and they're decent enough and you want them, you must grab them if you can. But yeah, that's going to be my recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.